Hi everybody, I'm Lian Duan. Today we are going to talk about value. The topic I'm going through in these videos are: what is value, value types, and a demo how to use default value with values.yaml file. Also demo how to override default values. First topic, what is value? 3W can answer the question: where, who, when. Where, default values are in values.yaml file. Override values are in other name YAML file. Who use the value? Chart templates use the value. When, the values replace when template process Helm install or Helm upgrade will trigger the process. In template file, values format is 2 brackets around value name. Next topic, value types. There are 2 value types, built-in value and customer value. First type, built-in value. Built-in value means Helm built-in value. Built-in objects or built-in value are same meaning. Built-in object as below. The names are meaningful and clear. I will show one of them in my demo. Also, there's a link for official document of built-in value. There is the built-in object list. I will use release name in my demo. Others such as release naming space, release is upgrade, release is install, release revision, release.service. Second type, customer value. Customer default values are in values.yaml file. The file is created by Helm create command. If you want to override 20 default values, how do you do? Parameter -f plus YAML file name are able to do that. The -f parameter part of Helm install or Helm upgrade. Also, override values are able to from command line when run Helm install or Helm upgrade using -site or -site string flag plus value to override default value. Latest topic for the video. Demos. First demo, use values.yaml file as default value in Helm template. The built-in values always begin with the capital letter. This is Go language naming convention. When you create your own names, you are free to use a convention that suits your team. Go through v3 chart files. First, add data in values.yaml file. There are 2 values under the config, username Susie and the version is v3. And then update chart version information in the chart.yaml file. Change version 3.0.0 and then change app version to 3.0.0. By the way, all v3 version file copy from v2. Next, add values data in my app config YAML file. In my app config v1 and v2, config name, username, version are hardcode. Configuration name has 2 parts. One from built-in object, release.name. Other part, as before, -myapp config. The value format is 2 big parentheses around the built-in object name. Name is .release.name. Customer value always start from .values. The format is 2 big parentheses wiper.values.config.username. Version data is from .values.config.versions. And then try to install the release. Log into my Linux box. Go to v3 folder. Run command helm install. Release name is my release. Chart location current folder. Minor dirty run. Dirty run means not install, just verify the YAML file format. And debug. Debug flag used to print more Helm log. There are two parts on the screen. Left side is dirty run result. Right side is Helm templates file. Named field show us building object.release.name replaced successfully. Also username versions values read from values.yaml file, no issue. And then try to install the release. Command is helm install my release. Chart location current folder. There's error message. The error message shows invalidate Kubernetes resource name because Kubernetes resource name should be lowercase. My release are a capital letter. That's the reason the name is invalid. You may have the question, I only create a configuration map. Why the message show create secret field? Because Helm used the secret to store Helm chart release information for rollback. If you forget it, at that point, please click below link to go through previous video. Also, as I mentioned before, the dirty run only verify the chart YAML file format. It doesn't verify the Kubernetes naming convention. Change the release name to all lowercase and run. Create successfully. Next, check the result, get the configuration name. Configuration name is my release, my app config. And then based on the configuration name to retrieve data. If you're not familiar how to retrieve ConfigMap name and ConfigMap detail, please click below link to get the detail. The data username is Susie, version is v3. That's correct. Before next demo, clean up my release. Previous, I demoed how to use default value from values.yaml file. Next, I show overwrite value in two ways. First way, use minor f plus my values.yaml file to overwrite my values file. Go through my value.yaml file. Username change from Susie to George. Version from v3 to v3.1. Also, let me change the version number and app version 3.1 and 3.1. And then install release. Command is helm install my release. Chart folder path is current. Use dot. Plus minor f and overwrite value YAML file name. Install the release. Default username is Susie. Overwrite username is George. Let me check the result in the configuration map. Get the configuration file name. And then check ConfigMap data. We should see George under the username. Version is 3.1. Overwrite successfully. Username is George. Version is 3.1. Delete my release. Second way, use minor site uninstall release to overwrite values. The goal is overwrite username to Peppa and overwrite version value to v3.2. First, use dirty run and debug parameter to verify the overwrite value without install release. Command is helm install my release. Chart folder is current. Minor dirty run. Minor debug. Minor site. After the site, There's key value pair. Key is equal to default value key. Config.username. Value is paper. I try to override two values, so two minor site have to edit. Second site is config.version equal to v3.2. Override successfully. Username override to paper. Version override to version is v.2. After verify and then install the release. Helm install my release. The two values have to override. Config.username and config.version. Next, get ConfigMap name. Name is my release, my app config. And then check ConfigMap data. Command is kubectl get ConfigMap plus ConfigMap name. My release, my app config. Output format is YAML. Username override to paper. Version value override to v3.2. Use minor site to override default value successfully. Our topic is complete. Today we learned values definition in Helm, two value types. Also demo how to use values.yaml file as default value, and then run demo to override values with two ways. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it was help. And it was, do not forget to like it. If you want to be notified whenever a new video comes out, then subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or something was not clear in the video, please post them in comment section below, and I'll try to answer. Thank you and see you in next video.